Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Today we have Hunter x Hunter episode 105, first Hunter x Hunter video in the new house. Appreciate all of you for being patient over the last few weeks while I took a little break. I dropped a little channel update video a few days ago detailing where I'm heading with the channel, what's coming in the future, so feel free to check that out if you want. A few things I will quickly reiterate here because it does apply to Hunter x Hunter. When Arcane Season 2 drops next week, I will be committing to 3 videos of that per week for the 3 weeks that it is running. So what does that mean for Hunter x Hunter? It means I will be doing 2 videos of Hunter x Hunter per week, but they will be 2 episode videos. This week will continue as normal. Episodes 105, 106, and 107 will all come out as single episode videos. And then the 3 weeks following that, it'll be 2 videos per week, each with 2 episodes in it. So you actually get 4 episodes per week for those 3 weeks instead of 3. So it's a little bit of an upgrade in some ways. And then after that, there's a good chance we'll go back to normal. I might actually see how I'm feeling, but if I get into a decent enough rhythm with it over those 3 weeks, I might stick with it, and that will allow me to add like another show to the channel, which could be really exciting. No promises, we'll see how we go, but that's where we're at with that. And it has been a few weeks since I've watched Hunter x Hunter, so forgive me if I have forgotten a few little details as we get into episode 105 here. I've been really enjoying the Gungi stuff with the king. I think we're going to get a little bit more of that, which I'm keen for. And we've been paying a lot of attention to characters like Nov, Morel, Leal, a bunch of all their abilities. Taking a bit of a break from Gon and Killua. I think Knuckle and Shoot might come into the limelight a little bit before we really start to pick things up. Like and subscribe, check out the Patreon for early access if you're interested. And with all that being said, enjoy the video. Resolve and awakening. I like those words. That means exciting things to me. And this was the end of the previous episode. I remember this. Yeah, that's right. I wonder if we find that out about the king. He could be discovering a lot about, yeah, this is what I'm saying, discovering a lot about himself right now too. Wow. This is what I thought was happening. That's disgusting though. Someone said this is actually a game created specifically for Hunter x Hunter, right? Just like Greed Island was. Make it a bit more interesting. Okay. What could she want? Is she even that kind of person? Yeah, right. That's pretty specific. Okay, this is the plan. He's just trying to disrupt her ability to play right now. I wonder if she's just like played the Uno reverse. Yeah, look at him. Imagine this is like a condition. He'd rather be dead than that. Is that what she's saying? That's brutal, man. Look at the king. That's crazy heavy. How old is this person? He's really letting her talk. Yeah, me too, to be honest. But I don't know if there is anything. Maybe for her family? Yeah, she's got nothing else. I like the confidence. Yeah. What you saying?
命か。どうやら覚悟が足りなかったのは世の方だ。措置が勝った時望む者に世の命を想定していなかった。おお、黙っておれ。
No, she would never. Yeah. But the fact that he's playing against her and this whole time her life has been on the line.
賭けはやめだ。くだらぬ真似をした。
Yeah, he was just trying to disrupt. That's his left arm.
これで許せ。
But she has no idea what's going on. I don't think I do either.
腕を治療します。奥へ。
I'm 90% sure he could probably regenerate.
せめてまず止血を。
Yeah, he just wants to play. After all that.
二度言わすな。対局を続ける。
ネフェルピトンを呼んでまいります。接合手術を施しながらでも、王ならば対局は可能でございましょう。
Oh, of course. Yes, that would work.
それすら叶わぬと仰せられるならば、私の首を王自らの手で切り落としていただきたい。
Well, this might disrupt her rhythm. All of this shenanigans.
一撃で楽にしてやる。
This does not happen. It would be awesome though.
総帥様のお怪我が治るまで撃ちません。
She doesn't care about her life, man.
言わすな。撃て。
撃ちません。私を
You
殺すな
can't
ら
threaten
ば
her.
どうか軍議で。
貴様。
She's like the perfect opponent. Can't be threatened. No desire, no
人
fear.
を呼んでこい。
And she's just so genuine. Like she genuinely wants him to be like healed before this.
間違いねえ。
人形が全部消えた。この現状よりも深刻な事態が王の周囲、もしくは王自身に起きたと考えるのがあった。
いよいよ来たか。千載一遇のチャンス。
This girl playing the king in Gungi is actually a really big advantage for us, it seems.
奴らが攻撃レーダーを引っ込めたのは事実。今のうちに近づけるところまで近づく。
Does that mean he knows they've retracted Pito?
宮殿の周囲に
Long range
出
radar,
口を作って
potentially?
おかなけれ
And?
ば当日の決行自体不可能ですから、いつかはくぐらなければならない危険。それが今。
There's an undertone there.
死ぬなよ。
お前こそな。
We'll see about all that.
ドクター・ブライス。
Dr. Blythe. Is this Killua? Oh, it's like that. Okay. It's Pito. So she's got all sorts of these things.
治療にどれくらい時間がかかりますか。
完璧に治すとなると。
It's not too bad for a complete recovery.
人形も円も使えないわけですね。
Yep, and that's what Nov and Mora were talking about. Okay.
やはり円を使っている気配はない。
Yep. This is the time.
周りが暗くなれば、俺は闇に同化し、敵のオーラはさら
You
に
can
見
feel
や
the
すくなる。
tension a little bit here. I like it. It's getting serious.
出口は王に近いほどいいが、見つかっては意味がない。
But the second Pito activates her N, she will know.
宮殿の周りに近い場
I
所、
might have to pay
遠い
attention
場
to
所
this.
その中間、
Okay.
3種の出口を用意して、宮殿の様子を伺える何箇所かに3種をまとめて設け、決
Okay.
行時に最も都合のいい場所で待機する。
I think it makes sense.
近い場所、遠い場所、
Yeah, there we
もしく
go.
はその中間。
And they can do either. Okay.
奴らからすれば、我々は突然目の前に出現することになり、その一瞬の隙を生かして護衛軍と王を分断。
It's gonna be so good when we get here, man.
それぞれの戦闘
Oh,
が始
look
ま
at
る。
him. Look at this guy. Like he's in a ghillie suit.
生きた心地がしないな。
That's what I'm saying, man.
一番遠い部屋でも、せめて宮殿の敷地内くらいまで接近しなければ話にならない。
He has to get in there for this.
完全に日が暮れるまで待つべきか。しかし、
See, he doesn't know what they're doing. He just knows that Pito's not using her N. He doesn't know that she's going to be occupied for a few hours.
ネフェルピトーの縁が復活してしまったら、
It's
近
over.
づくことさえ不可能になる。
This is a well-constructed scenario. I like this. And this is a really good insight into Nov's character a little bit as well.
食肉用でない人間が3名いる。1人は少女騎士、
もう一人がディーゴ。
Makes sense. Who's the third? Who is this
ビゼ
guy?
フ長官。
Secretary Bizev? And he's just
実
chilling.
質この国を牛耳っていた裏の総
Oh,
帥である。
okay.
代わりがいないとの理由から人間で唯一王の側近として許された人物である。
Lucky man to be alive, I guess.
師団長クラスのアリは戻ってきたばかりの G2 のみで、兵隊長とそれ以下のアリも6匹しかいない。
I'm enjoying this attention to all the numbers that are left.
つまり
Yep.
現在宮殿内には3名の人間と
Yeah,
11
okay.
匹の
They're
アリが
setting
い
the
るの
scene
み
for
である。
Nov here.
キメラアントの性質上、すでに師団長と王の間に厳密な主従関係は
Yep,
ない。
yep, yep.
そこは十分承知の上で、与える仕事は失敗を前提として問題のないものばかりであり、
Very clever.
で監視が彼らに任されることはない。
Right, makes sense. So for
ノブ
Nov,
には知るすべもないが、
he doesn't know it, but it
彼
makes it
が
easier
単
for
独で
him.
侵入するという点において、今が最大最後の好機
Yeah,
なのである。
yeah. This is exactly it. It's the perfect chance for him. He has no idea, so he'd be shitting himself still. What does that mean? Music is sus. Well, they're all female. Okay. Is this what we're doing? Is he working right now or what? Like, what are we doing? Oh, this is gonna be someone he knows.
進化ベル
No? Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. It could be a lot of things.
釣れたぞパーム君
Oh, nice. Oh, it's Palm. You forget what she looks like, and she can actually get all dressed up.
そしてパームも新たな潜入作
Are
戦
they
を
working
開始し
together
よ
on
うと
this?
していた。
I was hoping Palm would get involved somehow in all of this, because I noticed she's been obviously absent since the episode I think where Gon got his Nen back. That's interesting. I'm not going to go too much into what that guy was doing, but it seems they knew what he was doing and they've used Palm as bait. Okay, this is some good stuff here. Alrighty, so the Gungi stuff with the king and this girl, I don't know if we know her name yet, which is crazy. It's getting more and more interesting, and I just love it because it's just such a unique way for the show to kind of go about building up like the biggest villain in the show. So the king's trying to gain an edge in Gungi here by offering the wager, right? And he says fear and desire hold the power, so he presents her with an opportunity to get anything she wishes for, that's the desire, and then says if you don't win you're gonna lose an arm, there's the fear. But she doesn't care about either of these things. All she has is Gungi. Like, there's a reason that she's the best. It's because she is the way that she is. She's had nothing in her life except Gungi. Since becoming a professional, she's never lost, and in her mind, and I guess in the Gungi community, the second you lose a match you just go back to being a normal person. So for her, that's pretty much nothing. It's garbage. It's what she said. But the second she loses, she said she's going to take her own life. Like, she's got nothing else. She'd be a burden on her family. She'd rather be dead than be that. That's insane. Like, how does a girl go through life like this and just be so accepting of all of these things? I guess in some way it's a condition she's bestowed upon herself. It's not necessarily Nen related. It could be, and like perhaps she doesn't know. It's just how she's decided to go about life. So when the king threatens to sever her left arm, she's like, that doesn't bother me, because if I lose I'm just gonna kill myself anyway, so at least why don't you kill me? But I'd be garbage then because I've lost, so I'd be offering you garbage. And it's just this whole thing. You can see how the king takes it. He can't use fear and desire against this specific person. Like I said during the episode, she's the perfect opponent. And when the king says it appears he was the one lacking in resolve, my interpretation of that is that he's looking at this girl saying, damn, she is playing with her life on the line every single match. And is that not like the pinnacle of resolve? You talk about resolve, you think about Kurapika, he has his life on the line when he's fighting the Phantom Troop, or I guess just in general if he uses his technique on anyone that's not a member of the Phantom Troop. So perhaps the king's like, damn, like I haven't been fighting with any of these crazy conditions over my life, maybe I don't have enough resolve, and then he takes his own left arm. Now I really can't pinpoint the specific reason as to why he took his own arm. He said it was as an apology for using such a petty tactic, or maybe that's that's just it. Because he was trying to break her rhythm. That's what he said at the start of the episode. The wager didn't necessarily matter. He was just trying to win. He was frustrated at the fact that he was the only one getting flustered. But even what follows after that is so interesting. The king's moved past it now. He's like, we're just going to play. No more breaks. But Shia is determined to, make sure the king doesn't bleed out, understandably so, to the point that he says, King, I cannot allow you to keep playing unless you get treated. If you don't let me treat you, just kill me now. And he was ready to go through with it, which would have been wild. I wouldn't have been upset about it because it would have been pretty dope. But it's the girl who steps in and makes it so that can't happen. She says she refuses to play. She doesn't really know what's going on. She's just hearing what's going on, right? But she has a decent enough idea. She won't play unless the king is, being treated and that he's going to be okay. She doesn't understand the gravity of the situation, I'm sure of it. In general, not just about the king losing his arm. But she's just such a, what's even the word for it? A genuine character that she knows it wouldn't be right to keep playing unless the king got patched up, And the king tried to threaten her and that just doesn't work. You can't threaten this person. It's so interesting. When you look at the two characters, that the king is obviously, he's the king, right? He's this big menacing figure just in the room against this little girl who can't see she's a mess. She's just playing Gungi. And the king is powerless against her. It's fantastic. And that's what's led to pretty much what happened throughout the rest of the episode with Puff having to bring Pito in to reattach the king's arm. And that was going to take a couple of hours, they said. But everything's worked out perfectly outside of this. Nov and Moral have seen that Pito has withdrawn. They can't feel the N. So they know that if they're going to have a chance, that now's the time. But they don't know how perfect it is, like the narrator says later on. Dr. Blythe, that's another one of Pito's big Nen puppets we get to see. So I imagine she has a lot of different ones for different purposes. Or perhaps this is just the one that she would have used to sew Kite up. And then that other one we see that's controlling Kite is the controlling one. I want to see more of that. It's a cool concept. But I think I understand what Nov is trying to do. I'll just bring that diagram up again, but I'm pretty sure I understood it the first time around. So he's got his 3 exits he wants to place in the palace. One as close as possible, one a little bit further away, and then one in between those, and have a bunch of other points further away with 3 points each. So no matter where they go, they can choose to enter through the close, the far, or the in-between one based on the situation. Really nice plan. I like it. And they're just going to pop up in the palace. The king and the guards are going to have no idea what's going on, and they're going to try and separate them. Get the matchups the way that they want. Gonna Killua versus Pito, Netero versus the king. Those are the only ones I care about. But you really feel the tension. Nov knows that at any moment, Pito's end could return. He doesn't know that she's preoccupied. Plus what the narrator was saying about all the other ants as well, that the ants aren't tasked with guarding the palace because the guards are setting them up with jobs they know will fail. But it works out really well for Nov. But again, he doesn't know it. So he's really stressed, and you can really feel the tension whenever the camera pans to Nov. So I think they're setting this up so Nov will succeed in what he's doing. It's just going to be really tense. And this other bloke who's just in here, what was his name? Secretary Bizev. So he's the ruler behind the scenes. So I imagine Diego is the figurehead, I guess, he's the front man. But this Bizev guy is the guy who's actually doing all the work behind the scenes, and it's necessary for him to stay around in some way, shape, or form. I didn't pay too much attention to it, but he's allowed near the king. That's what I got from that. And he was saying there's too much work for just him to do, and he's trying to convince the guards and the king, I guess, to let him get some more workers. Now, I'm going to give this guy the benefit of the doubt and say when he got this list of available bodies, it had to be people who could come and work with him, right? But he's obviously requested females only, and he was just being really creepy about it. My mind went to some very dark places during that, because when you see the word bodies, you think dead bodies, right? There's been all this, stuff going on in this place, and the way that he was reacting, I was like, what's going on here? But then when he saw Palm, I thought it was someone he knew, and he was reacting like, oh shit, I've just seen someone that I know pop up on this list of dead bodies. But no, that's not the case. He's just gone, damn, Palm is one attractive woman. I want her to come work for me. I might not even be right about all of this. I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I think he said he wanted at least 3, but he's asked for 5 here at the end. Either way, Palm's trying to get involved here, man. But she's gonna get in this way, potentially. And I've been wanting to see what Palm can really do. We know she's a demon. We know her technique is very, very interesting. She has a big thing for Nov. I remember Nov saying that Palm should only use her technique for him. So we'll see what happens with this. I'd be shocked if Nov wasn't involved in Palm trying to get in here. She did have some pretty significant FOMO about not being allowed into NGL, right? So we'll see. But I'm glad Palm is involved again. No Gono Killua in this episode. I'm getting some significant Killua withdrawals. That's why when that doctor from Pito popped up on the screen, I was like, oh, is this Cal Helgo bringing Killua to the doctor. But no, that hasn't happened yet. I'm itching for it, man. Like everything else is really building up though. This is getting really good. But give me more of the boys. Like that's why I'm here. Do Kurapika and Leorio come back? I'm sure they must do. Like we're really like getting into it at this point. Like I want to see the whole squad here. Anyway, but that's going to do it for this one. That was a really great first episode of Hunter x Hunter to come back to. I really enjoyed that. But we're going to keep it going. So the next 2 episodes, so 106 and 107, they will also be single episode videos. And then the next 3 weeks, you will get 2 videos per week with 2 episodes in them each. So look forward to that. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it. We'll see you all in the next episode of Hunter x Hunter.